Greetings and welcome to Hexed Countered. Today we're taking to the high seas for a clash of dreadnoughts, subs, and strategy in the Kaiser's High Seas Fleet, a World War I naval war game that manages to be both lean and surprisingly rich. On the surface, this is a game with low rules overhead. You can get it to the table quickly, and within a few turns you'll feel like you've got a handle on how it works. But don't be fooled, beneath that simple exterior lurks a game that offers genuine strategic depth. Every decision has weight, from where to sortie your fleets to how much risk you're willing to take running your battleships through minefields. Now let's start with the components. The counters are big, easy to read, and best of all, named. You're not just pushing anonymous ships around. You're commanding HMS Royal Oak, SMS Friedrich der Grosse, and their steel-plated cousins. It's a nice touch that adds personality and historical flavor. The map covers the key naval theaters of the Great War: the North Sea, the Baltic, the Mediterranean, the Black Sea, and right away the difference between the two sides becomes clear. For the Entente, this is a game with a lot of options. The Royal Navy's sheer size and flexibility make it the ultimate toolbox. You can blockade, reinforce, or go hunting for the High Seas Fleet. You can even dabble in the Med or the Baltic if you're feeling bold. The challenge isn't what to do. It's deciding which opportunity is most worth your time. For the Central Powers, well, it's basically Germany or nothing. The High Seas Fleet has to find a way to challenge the Royal Navy without getting annihilated in the process. Easier said than done. Then there are the U-boats, somewhat of an equalizer. They're your best bet as a Central Powers player for racking up victory points by preying on merchant shipping. Use them well, and you can nibble away at the British victory point edge, but if you ignore them, you'll quickly find yourself falling behind on those precious victory points. Meanwhile, in the Baltic, you've got the Russian fleet sitting there like a prize behind a door. Knocking the Russian Navy out of the Baltic will earn valuable victory points, and you only have to worry about the Russians until that revolution happens. But getting in the Baltic and doing that means diverting your already limited resources. And then there's the Mediterranean, which is basically an Entente lake, unless the Austro-Hungarians could roll hot. Every fleet except the Germans and the British will need a 5 or a 6 on a D6 just to sortie on any given turn, and they can't sortie at all on turn 1, which makes the naval action there in the Med rare but dramatic when it happens. And then you have the mines. Mines are a neat touch. They act as both a deterrent and an obstacle. You can push through them, but you'd better be ready for some risk, as they can damage your ships. It's one of those subtle mechanics that forces you to weigh boldness against survival in every single turn. Combat itself is very straightforward. What I like to call the bucket o' dice system. Simple to resolve, fast, and tense. You'll be rolling handfuls of dice based on the strength of your ships, hoping to land hits before your own capital ships start taking water. There's no fancy combat resolution chart or arcane lookup table here, just poor old-fashioned wargame adrenaline. The game also plays surprisingly well solo. You can manage both sides without much mental gymnastics, making it a solid choice for an evening at the table when you can't find an opponent. But like most good war games, it really shines head-to-head when you've got a real opponent who's scheming, bluffing, and daring you to come out and fight. In the end, the Kaiser's High Seas Fleet delivers a tight, fast-playing exercise that captures the drama of the dreadnought warfare without drowning you in too much chrome. It's a game that rewards boldness, but punishes recklessness, and in that way it feels just right for the era it represents. Low complexity, solid components, just enough luck to keep things unpredictable, and plenty of room for clever play. If you like naval games, especially ones that play in an evening and give you meaningful decisions every turn, this one is definitely worth a look. For me, it's a rollicking good time. As always, before I wrap it up, I want to send a shout out to my channel members. Their support means a lot, and you can opt into or check out how to become a member by clicking the join button below the video player on YouTube and get some information on that if you are interested. If not, no big deal. I do appreciate you supporting the channel, even if you're just watching. If you would consider liking, sharing, or subscribing, that is always greatly appreciated. And I also want to thank my subscribers for their support as well. That's going to do it for this one. I'm Joe from Hexed Countered. Thanks for watching, and may your dreadnoughts always roll 6s.